Hello beauty creators, welcome to my channel. I'm Ina, your host, and in today's tutorial we will learn how to create this beautiful cardigan. To create this beautiful cardigan, I'm using this marble chunky from James Bread, which is 100% acrylic yarn. It's a chunky yarn, and I will need about 3 of those balls. One ball is 200 grams, and it has about 312 meters, 341 yards. And for the cuffs and for edging, I will use this Retreat Chunky Roving, which is 100% wool. And I chose this yarn because it matched pretty well with the colors in this marble. And I will need about 1 ball of this yarn, which it's about 100 grams, and it measures like 140 meters or 153 yards. Also, for this cardigan I will need my K-size hook, which is 6.5 millimeter for the cardigan, and I am going to use 5.5 millimeter hook, size I, for edging, for cuffs, and for ribbon as well. Then of course I'm going to use my clippers, and I am going to use a yarn needle to weave in all ends, and some stitch markers, which you will find that they will be very helpful along the way. Of course I will put all those materials that you are needed in the description below. Let's just get started. I will start this cardigan with a chainless foundation double crochet row of 59. There is a tutorial in my channel of how to create a chainless foundation, single crochet, half double crochet, or double crochet, and you can follow my steps here to see how it's done as well. So I will chain 3 for the start, and then I will yarn over and insert my hook in the first chain that I made, yarn over and pull through 1, then I will have 3 loops on my hook, yarn over, pull through 2 twice to finish my double crochet, and then again I will yarn over and insert my hook in the base, in the chain base that I've already formed, and I will pull through 1 to create the next base for the next double crochet, and then yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through another 2, and I will repeat that 59 times until I will have my first row of 59 stitches made. Now I finished my 59 stitches, and I will tell you why I choose 59. Because this pattern, it will be 2 rows repeats, and on 1 row there will be 2 stitches repeats, and I want to finish that row as I start. So the pattern will be 1 row of double crochet back loop only, and another row of single crochet, and then half double crochet back loop only. And I want to start with a single crochet and finish with a single crochet. This way both of my edges will be similar. So with these 59 rows I made my length, my desired length for the cardigan, because this is just in the middle of the back. So because it will be such a simple pattern to make, it's very relaxing, and sometimes you can just lose focus on it, and that's why I usually use markers at both ends, so I'm sure that I will go straight with the cardigan on both ends. So as I finish my 59 double crochet, I will just turn my work, and I will start my work with a chain of 1, a turning chain 1, and then a single crochet in the same stitch, and then I will place a marker in the first stitch that I make, so I can keep track on it, like so. And then I will continue with my pattern. So I've started with my first row of double crochet, and then on the wrong side I will always work this row, a single crochet through both loops, and then a half double crochet back loop only, and I will just repeat that, and this is how the pattern will be for this cardigan. It will create a beautiful texture on the right side, and it will be very easy to make. So all this row will be a succession of single crochet through both loops and a half double crochet back loop only. So I finish my row, and I finish with a single crochet, and then I will chain 2 and turn. So the chain 1 and the chain 2 from the beginning of each row, it doesn't count as a stitch, it just counts as a turning chain, and in the very same stitch I will make a normal double crochet. So this way I will have a perfect edging, and then obviously I will just mark this stitch so I will know where to insert my hook for the last stitch when I come back. And then all this row I will just continue doing double crochet back loop only, so I will have 59 double crochet back loop only, and I will repeat this section one more time. So I will make the pattern for 4 rows. So I've already made my first 2, and now I will repeat, I will make a row of double crochet back loop only, and then another row of single crochet half double crochet back loop only, and then I will show you how to start with the front panel as well. Now I have finished those 4 rows, the pattern for 2 sections, and now in this row I will add the foundation for the front panel as well. So I have already started making my next row of double crochet back loop only. This is how it looks like so far. This is the middle of the back, and I'm going on the right side. So I had this portion made here, which for me counts as my neckline, half of the neckline in the back. So from here I just want to add more stitches so I can go with front panel and the back in one. So I'm going to attach this foundation chain in the last stitch that I made. So I will yarn over, insert the hook in the same space where I made my last stitch, and pull through one, and this way I create a base for the next stitch, and then pull through 2 and yarn over, pull through another 2. So this way I created my first stitch, and as I said, for my neckline I will make 5 double crochets, and then I will continue with another 59 for the front. Now I have made my 64 stitches, and it looks something like this. So now I will start working for my pattern, starting with a chain 1 and my first single crochet, and then I will place my marker, and I will start working half double crochet, back loop only, single crochet through both loops of the stitch. And now I will work down this for this pattern, alternating those rows, four rows in total. Now I have reached the end of my 4th rows, and I just finished that row, and I placed a marker just to keep the stitch on. And now I will go back on the bottom side of the front panel, and I will just start counting from the first stitch that I have. I will count 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then I will place a marker in my 8th stitch, just there, and this will be where my pocket will end. And then I will start counting up another 12 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then I will place the marker in the 13th stitch. So I will have 12 stitches to work for my pocket. Then I will just start working on the right side on the front panel. I will start working for my pocket. So I will just grab another piece of yarn. I will attach it on my hook, and I will start working in the front loop of each stitch. So only on the front loop I will make my first double crochet, and then see, like so. You can start with a chain 2 and a double crochet. I usually start with like this, and I will just go down for this first row, working those 12 stitches with front loop double crochet. So front loop only. I think I have them all done. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. And then I will just chain 1, turn my work, and repeat my pattern for this part only, for those 12 stitches only, for an amount of 10 rows in total. Now I finish my 10 rows for the pocket. It looks like so, and I'm just gonna cut this piece of yarn and leaving a bit of longer tail. I might need it to sew that. And as I have finished with the outside part of the pocket, I'm just going to go back to my work, and as I get back, I can see that I'm on the right side of the work, so I will need to continue this with this pattern with my double crochet row. So I will make my first double crochet and place my marker in there, and then obviously from now I will need to make 10 rows with the pattern, but for this first row it will be a bit of tricky because I will have to work in the back loop behind this pocket. So I will just work my double crochet back loop only until I will reach the pocket, and then I'll show you how to pass this point. Now I get closer to the point where the pocket starts, so I will just go and work all those double crochet back loop only, the one in the marker as well. I will keep that marker so it will be good for me when I come to make the other part. And then I will have to work another 12 double crochet back loop only in that loop that I have left. I don't know if you can actually see with this yarn because it's dark, but it's quite obvious where you will have to work your stitches. Just flip your pocket and work behind that pocket in those stitches that you will see there. So you will have to have 12 of those loops remaining there, and just work in there all the way down. And the last one here, and then I will just go down and finish the other 8 stitches remaining, making double crochet back loop only. And the last one where my marker is. I'm just gonna make my chain 1 and my first single crochet for the next row, and I will just replace the marker in that first stitch. And from now on I will just repeat the pattern for another 9 rows, just to get the same amount of rows as the pocket. Now as I finish my 10 rows, the same amount as my pocket has, I will just do the same that I did when I first started. So I will mark up my stitches for the pocket. That will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and in my 8th I will place my first marker like so, and then I will count up again another 12 stitches. And I will place another marker in there. And then I've already made this. I will come back with a new row of double crochet back loop only, and in this row, when I reach the point, the first market, I will just grab my pocket too, and I will just come back and work through both, through the front panel and the pocket. This way I will connect them both together. So like so, and now this is the point where I have my marker, so I will make my first stitch for the pocket and for connection in the very through both of those stitches, the one from the pocket and the one from the body of the cardigan. So, and I will continue for those 12 stitches with working double crochet through both those um, parts, and this way I connect them both together. And the last one, it will be right in front of that marker, and this way I can make sure that I finish my yarn as well. This way I can make sure that my pocket will be connected straight. And yeah, this is how it looks so far. And now I will just continue working down with I finish my yarn. Just grab a new yarn. I will remove that marker from here, and I will start working down half double crochet, back loop only, like so. For another 8 stitches. And the last stitch I will make in there. Then I will just chain 1 and turn my work and work my first single crochet, place my marker again, and continuing doing my pattern for another 3 rows. So as you can see, I had 4 here, I will have another 4 here, so I will just repeat this pattern for another 3 rows. Now I have finished my first panel and half of my back, and at this point I will count from on both sides, on the back and on the front. I will count 35 stitches both sides. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I will place my marker in my 35th stitch. This is on the front panel, and I will do exactly the same for the back panel as well. And this way I have marked my sleeve, and then I will just grab my yarn where I've left it. I will turn this inside out, and then I will start connecting those 2 panels together with a slip stitch. On the wrong side, I will just grab my yarn where I've left it and remove this bottom marker because I don't actually need it anymore. And then I will just start slip stitching in each of those. I will only grab the inside loop of both rows, so I will grab the back loop from the first panel and the front loop in the other panel, and I will just slip stitch up until I reach my markers, and I will just remove those two, both of them, and I will make my last slip stitch in those two stitches, like so. And this will give me 53 stitches remaining for my sleeve. As you can see, I still have an odd number of stitches, which is very good for me. Now I will just continue working for my sleeve, and to do that I will just go on top. So I'm working basically on the right side of the work, and I will continue working with my row of double crochet back loop only. And the pattern for the sleeve is the same as for the rest of the cardigan. The only thing that is changing is that in each and every row of double crochet back loop only, we will decrease at the beginning and at the end of this row. This is only thing that it will change. So we will just go down with the sleeve, decreasing in each row with double crochet. I'll show you how to start and then how to end this row. And I finish with my slip stitch, then I will just slip stitch in the first stitch from the back, so I can work in the on the right side of the work. And then in this first stitch I will chain 2 for the height of my work, and I will start with a decrease. So I will insert my I will yarn over, insert my hook in the same space, in the same stitch, and pull up a loop, pull through 2 and stop, and then I will do the same in the back loop of the next stitch. And when I will have 3 loops remaining, I will just close them all together. And then this will be my first stitch for the row. I will mark it just to know, to make sure. As you can see, I use the markers all the time, but it's so easy with them. And then I will just carry on and do my my double crochet back loop only all the way across until I reach the last 2 stitches of this row. Now I'm at the end of this row. I have 2 stitches left, and I will make another decrease in those 2 stitches. So I will yarn over and insert my hook in the back loop of this first stitch, pull through 2, then yarn over again, insert my hook through both loops of the last stitch, pull through 2, and when I have 3 loops remaining on my hook, I will just yarn over and pull through all 3, and then I will chain 1 and flip my work, and in the very same space I will make my first single crochet, and obviously I am going to mark this as well. Then I will continue doing my pattern until the end of this row, which it will be finished with a single crochet, and there will be 51 stitches left. And this way I will continue doing an amount of 22 rows until I will have 31 stitches left for my cuffs. So I will finish my part of the sleeve, and then the next one it will go exactly like this. So start with 53 stitches and make 22 rows. Now we will work for the next side of the cardigan, and we will actually do everything as we did in the first half of the cardigan. I will start with my first row on the wrong side of the cardigan from the bottom of the back. Then I will just insert the hook in the first stitch that I have. And I will attach this there with a single crochet. And this will be my first single crochet for this row. And of course, again, I will place a marker. As you can see, that helps a lot because you have a straight line at the bottom of the cardigan. So I have my first single crochet made. Now it's time for me to make a half double crochet back loop only. So I will go in the same chain from the beginning, and I will find the back loop of that stitch. Might be a bit difficult for this first row, but you will find it. And then I will continue doing alternating single crochet and half double crochet back loop only until I reach the end of this row. Now I have finished with this first row for the next side. I will have to make another row of double crochet back loop only and another row of single crochet half double crochet back loop only, so I get the next half of the neckline made. Now that I've done my neckline, I finish with those two rows that I had to make in order to have the back ready. I have to attach the next panel and work as I did in the first panel here. So my last row was a row of single crochet half double crochet back loop only, and the next row should be a row of double crochet back loop only. I made a foundation double crochet row of 64, and I will just connect it here and then go back. And I chose this method because working with foundation double crochet gives me the elasticity that I need for the edge. It's not gonna stretch like when you are working in a chain, but it's up to you how you prefer to make this. So insert your hook in the base and then insert your hook in that loop that you have left, pull through and just connect it with a chain one, and then of course just get that out. And this is how you connected the foundation chain, the foundation double crochet row. And from here I'm just going to go up and make another 59 the double crochet back loop only. So be very careful to have the same amount of stitches as you did for the first panel, and this is how it will come out. And then Everything else is like on repeating the first panel. So you will have to repeat this pattern for 4 rows, and then you can add your pocket, work 10 rows for the pocket and another 10 rows for the entire cardigan, and then work another 4 rows to finish with your side. Now I finished my 4 rows for the next panel, and I'm at the part where I should insert my pocket, and everything is as before. The only part that is changing is that now I will have to start my double crochet row from the bottom of the cardigan, not from the top. So that's why I will count my 8 stitches in the row with single crochet, half double crochet, back loop only, and then the other 12 for my pocket, and I will come as usual with another yarn, and I will just start working front loop only double crochets, 12 in this for this side of the cardigan, and I will make those stitches as I did for the first pocket. In the front loop of each stitch I will make a double crochet until I reach my marker, and that will give me 12 double crochet. And then, as I did for the previous pocket, I will just chain 1, turn, and continuing with my pattern for those 12 stitches for 10 rows in total. So I have my exterior of the pocket made. After I will make this, I will come and do the same, work through the back loop of this pocket, up my row of double crochet back loop only, and then continuing with my pattern for those 10 rows as the pocket is. And in the next row I will connect the pocket with the body of the cardigan, exactly how I did for the first panel. Only this time I will start from the bottom of the cardigan, not coming down from the top. So I'll meet you to show you exactly how to do this when I finish my all 10 rows for the pocket and the other 10 rows for the cardigan. I finished with my 10 rows for the pocket and those 10 rows from the body of the cardigan, and I'm at the bottom of the cardigan. This is where I will connect the pocket with the body of the cardigan. So I did as I did for the previous pocket. I just marked up my 8th stitch, and then I was counting up another 12, the same size for the pocket. And now it's time for me to just go ahead and connect this in the double crochet row that I have to make. So I will start with my first double crochet, and then I will work another 7 double crochet back loop only, until I will reach my marker. I will work my 8th stitch in the where my marker is, and then I will just start working through both loops, one from the pocket and the other one from the first panel of the cardigan. I'm going like this, connecting both ends together like I did for the first one, only this time I'm not coming from top down, I'm going up from the bottom. And this is how I will continue connecting every single stitch. Oops. And working that double crochet row in the same time. And my last stitch to make. And then obviously I will just remove this marker because I don't actually need it anymore. And I will carry on by making half double crochet back loop only all the way up. And this is my second pocket already made. Now that I have this here, I finished with a long tail, so I will use this tail just to connect the bottom of the pocket with the cardigan. And I will just use the yarn needle that I have and try to make as straight as possible, just to connect those two together. Yeah, this is my pocket already connected all together. And from now on, all I have to do to finish this front and back panel is to finish with, like I did for the previous panel, just to make another 4 rows with this pattern. So I will just repeat this pattern for those 4 rows, and then I will continue making the sleeves as the sleeve one as the same way that I did for the first panel. Now all my cardigan is ready, both sleeves are already made, and all I have to do, the cardigan is connected on sides with the slip stitch, and all I have left is to connect these two ends of the sleeve, and for that I will use a yarn needle with the tail left when I finish this cardigan, I left a longer tail, so I can just sew this up. And I will just go ahead and connect each row with this, like so. So I'm doing this on the wrong side of the cardigan, and this is how I will connect the sleeve together, sides together, and this is how it will come out. So I will make my bows, and then we will start making some details with another color for this cardi. Now for the edging, I will just turn my cardigan upside down, and I will start with the right face facing me in the first corner in the right, and I will work on the bottom of the cardigan. You can use the same color. This is a made to order product, so the customer requires to make it this way. So I will just attach the yarn on my 5.5mm hook. This time I will work with the size down, and I will insert it in that first stitch here and make a single crochet there. Oops, like so. And then with this single crochet I will go up and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, a chain of 8. You can choose to make it wider if you like, but for me I think it's quite enough. And then I will yarn over, and in the third loop of the chain I will make my first half double crochet, and then I will go up, back on that chain and make half double crochets, till I reach the last one. So my brim, cuff, whatever you want to call it, it will be formed by a chain 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 half double crochet, and then I will connect this with slip stitch. Then I will make in the next row, and then in the next row I will make another slip stitch, and I will just turn my work and work down on this my 7 half double crochet. Those two slip stitches that I've made to connect the brim on the cardigan, they count as my chain 2 from the beginning, so I won't work in those two. I will work only in the back loop of each stitch, and my 6th one I will make it through both loops to create a nice edging. So, and then I will just chain 2 and turn again. I have a very good position here, and I will just go up with my 6 half double crochet back loop only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, Then I will connect it in the next, so not in the one that I've made, in the next row, like so, and then with a slip stitch, and then I will go up another row with another slip stitch and come back and do my 6 half double crochet back loop only. And this way I will make sure that I will connect it evenly everywhere, and it will stretch a bit. So the last one I will make through both loops, and then I will chain 2 and turn and make another 6. Now I finish with my my edging on the bottom of the cardigan, and I ended up here, and I just changed my hook to my initial one, 6.5 millimeter, to work up the front panels. So I will just continue doing the same pattern of half double crochet back loop only in each stitch across. I will just connect that in the first one here, dropped it, there we go, and go up with half double crochet back loop only. Just this time I will use the bigger hook because I don't want for the front panel to pull somehow, so I will make it even with the rest of the cardigan. Here I am, last 2 stitches that I have to make, 1 and 2, and then exactly in the stitch that and there is one more, and then I will work like that. Exactly in that stitch from the connection I will make one half double crochet, and then I will work 1 double crochet, 1 half double crochet for the row with single crochet, and I will make 2 half double crochet for each row with a double crochet. So 1 for one row and 2 for another row, and again 1 for one row and 2 for the other one, and again 1 for one row and 2 for the other one, and then at the corner of the neck I will make another half double crochet in there, and then I will start going in the back loop only of each of those stitches across. And I've already made my neckline in the back smoothly, and I will just carry on, and from now on I will just go back and forward and back for 5 rows in total of half double crochet back loop only. Now I finished with my edging for the front. I've made 4 rows in total, and then I finish up with a row of single crochet worked in both loops from all excuse me, And this is my last single crochet that I've made, and I will just secure this with invisible stitch like so. I'm just gonna take it out this way, and then I will hide this, and I will finish my stitch like so to create a nice pass. And now I'm just going to secure this. Just going up a bit. And then coming down. Right there. And nicely just cut this off. And then, as I have my needle here, I'm just going to secure those ends as well, just to make sure that I get over it. I'm just gonna drag them down to the bottom, and I will do the same with this one. Just right there and pull it down. And here I can just trim it nicely, like so. And at this point, this is how it looks like. So it's quite beautiful. All I have left is to make some cuff for those sleeves, and I will just make a border with another color, with this color on the pocket, and I'll show you how to do the border. So I'm just going to grab my yarn and my small needle, and then I will just start on top of this, making just a simple row of single crochet. And again, like I did for the neckline, I will place 2 single crochet where I have the double crochet, and I will place 1 single crochet in the row with single crochet, half double crochet backward only. So 2 and 1. So let's make the cuffs for the sleeves now, and I will make those with the same, using the same pattern that I use for the bottom of the cardigan. We will make the camel stitch, and I will start like so. I will attach the yarn with a single crochet in the connection point of the two ends of the the sleeve, and then I will chain up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, come back and jump those two and make my first half double crochet in the third in the third chain from the hook. 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then I will skip one stitch and connect it in the other one with a slip stitch, and then make another slip stitch in the next stitch. Then turn your work, and those two slip stitches will count as your chain 2 from the beginning of the row, and then we will just go back and make the 4 half double crochet. The last one we will make in the through both loops, and then again I will chain 2 to turn, and I will make my first half double crochet through both loops of that loop of that stitch, and then I will go up and make another 3 half double crochet back loop only, and again skip this one, connect in the next like so, and go up one more, and this way I will make all this scarf, and then I will show you how to just connect these two ends and get it done with. What I have to do now is to slip stitch those two ends together, and this way everything is done, and I will do just the same with the other sleeve. And obviously then weave in all those ends. I hope you liked my tutorial, and if so, just give me a thumb up, and please subscribe to my channel, and until next time, stay safe.